today. We start with Mr. PS, Permanent Secretary Job from the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs to give us an update on the economic situation. We all know that the budget is currently being debated in the National Assembly. I think the budget statement will be done on Friday. We have also JICTA, the Gambia ICT agency. As we all know, we're in a digitized world now. Every sector has to go digital, and they are the agency taxed with that job to ensure that Gambia also goes digital. Our digital transformation is smooth and seamless. Now, you said updates. Yes, there are updates. I think this is going to be our last press conference for 2024. It's been a very good year. We've had very good and successful press conferences. I think the updates will be generally nationally. We all know there has been an explosion of development in 2024, starting from last year, in every sector. I think starting with the security situation, the country has been very stable compared to other countries in the sub-region. The security situation also stable. Politically, it's been a very stable political environment. These are facts. This is backed by empirical evidence that one of the most stable countries today, politically, socially, it's the Gambia. When it comes to delivering social services as well, the government has been doing extremely well. When it comes to electricity, really the rural electrification process is ongoing. We've had an enormous expansion of electricity to the extent that the figures tell us that from 2017, 203,000 meters have been deployed compared to 193,000 from independence of 2017. It means that the government's vision to ensure that every community has electricity is going very well. But also water, rural communities through the water projects, through the Ministry of Fisheries and Water Resources. We have a lot of water projects going on through boreholes that serve communities. That is also going on. When it comes to education as well, we've all seen how government is giving scholarship to tertiary education students. Over 3,000 of them are benefiting from government scholarships. We're introducing the student loan scheme where students can take loans and pay for their fees and then pay later once they start working. The USET building is progressing. UTG Faraba campus is already on. Students have moved there. That is also doing well. When it comes to healthcare, we've also expanded healthcare access to rural communities. We already built almost 8 state-of-the-art health centers across the country in different locations. We are also building 10 more. This all to ensure that rural communities have access to basic healthcare. When it comes to the social interventions, we've all seen how the Giraffe project through the Ministry of Agriculture is distributing $116 million to different groups and individuals who are engaging in certain agricultural projects like cashew production, like small ruminants, and so on and so forth. So it's been a very good year. I think it's unprecedented that a government that is overcoming a transition in light of global challenges, not only global challenges, but also a transition, but also population growth is doing very well. It's developing in every sector. So it's been a very good year, and we thank His Excellency the President for his leadership, for his vision, for making sure that now we focus on innovative financing. And you've all seen the government has built over 1,000 kilometers of roads across the country. Since independence, there are communities in this country that since independence, for 52 years, they've not had water, no electricity, no healthcare service, no school, no roads, no water. This government has brought this to their doorsteps. Recently, during the Midi People's Tour, and I congratulate every Gambian for the support they've given us, the government, during the Midi People's Tour. It's been a very successful Midi People's Tour. It ended yesterday in Banjul with a rousing welcome and support for the president. The president took the time to engage farmers, engage citizens, to understand their plights, their challenges, and their aspirations, but also laid his vision for the citizens, and also looked at ongoing projects, particularly the famous Hakalang Road, which is 87 kilometers. Almost 82% is complete. It's a big project. It is going to connect communities in Nyomi, Jokado. It's a big project. Also, we've also visited almost 384 kilometers of OIC rural and urban roads as well, with 50 kilometers OIC roads, because the roads are the backbone for any development. Development cannot happen without road infrastructure. That is why the president's priority is to ensure that we build the roads that are needed to connect communities, to boost trade and tourism, but also to boost the economy. Gambia is doing well economic-wise. Inflation has gone down from 18% to somewhat between 10 and 8%. The medium-term aim is for 5% by the central, according to the central bank forecast. Growth is going from 5.3 to 5.6% to 6% by 2020, end of 2025. The budget is a very good, but one of the best budget the Gambia has produced for decades. It's almost a balanced budget. 0.1% of GDP is the deficit. That is $198 million, which is unprecedented. Normally, countries aim for between 4 and 5% of budget deficit of GDP, but we are able to manage 0.1. This is all because of the prudent monetary and fiscal policy of this government. I won't go into the details. I have some updates to make, but also we are going to refute some allegations made by the opposition, but I have the competent people here to do it. It has most to do with the economy. So for us, that is it. It's been a very good year for the government, for the people of the Gambia, and we commend and thank every citizen for the support they've given to this government, for your loyalty, for your steadfastness, for your patience, but also for being law-abiding citizens. There are challenges, of course, but every country faces challenges. And in fact, development comes from challenges. I mean, any day we wake up in the morning and there are no challenges, then no, the world will end that day. So every day comes with new challenges. What is important is our resolve to find solutions to solve those challenges. And that is what tests us as leaders. And I think the leadership of His Excellency has not been relenting. Every challenge that comes, we always find ways to solve those challenges. But the most important thing, which is I think is the icing on the cake, which I nearly forgot, is the civil service salary restructuring. From January, civil servants will see a boost in their salary. This is good for the economy. I mean, John Maynard Keynes, a famous economist, says that if there is stagnation or stagflation, where there is low growth, governments should pump money into the economy through labor policies or perhaps through capital investments. When you pump money into the economy, you increase the purchasing power of citizens. When they spend more, businesses thrive. It will give a boost to production. That is what this government is doing. We are going to increase salaries next year. It will see also how it is going to affect our economy, just to what they call a cushion the impacts of the cost of living crisis, which has affected every part of the world, particularly in the Gambia. So to cushion the impact of this cost of living crisis, government is going to boost the salaries of civil servants by an average of 30%. What that means is that those are the lower tier that can get up to 60% increment, and those at the upper tier up to 15%. That is how it is, so that we narrow the gap between those who earn more and those who earn less. So nobody's left behind, because our mantra is inclusive development, inclusive prosperity. That is prosperity that leaves no one behind. That is why if you look at what the president is doing, development starts from rural areas. We are building more in rural areas than urban areas, so that there will be a time when nobody will be left behind. The gap between rural and urban, the dichotomy will not exist anymore. So that when you go to Bolibana, you would think that you are somewhere in urban Gambia. We want to remove the dichotomy between rural and urban. That is the vision of the president, His Excellency. So this is it. Until next year.